Hey everybody, welcome to episode 149. 149 of Low Tide, the official program for Rude Planet, and I'm your host, and I'm back again. Oh man, dude, thanks for everybody who stopped by for the first episode of Maggot Vision that we had this week. My good friend Seth popped in and we had a nice hour-long chat about Blu-rays and horror movies and all that. It's going to be more of a regular thing on this channel, so it'll be sort of a complimentary thing to what we normally do here. It's a matter of expanding the brand, you know, and all that. So, like, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was wild fun. That's a way of, you know, creating some evergreen content for the channel. But I hope everybody enjoyed the big game. I know I did. And, you know, like all the way back to like middle school. Yeah, it was like all the way back in the middle school. I attempted back then to throw anti-Super Bowl parties. You know, I said this I know I said this on an episode or two before. You know, so like last year I said, I don't watch football throughout the year. So if I don't like watching football, why am I going to watch football just because, you know, it's a national holiday? No, it's like everybody says, you know what, you watch it for the commercials, but you can see the commercials online. I saw some of the commercials tonight. They were online, so check that out. You know, I had watched the trailer for The Flash, and I'm so pissed that Ezra Miller is still in it, because the stuff there with Michael Keaton looks absolutely fantastic. It would be a movie that I could see myself getting excited about, but then Ezra Miller's in it. You know, I should start like a Patreon just to have like 3 or 4 subscribers, you know, to do nothing but, you know, like pay for like a Disney Plus subscription and a HBO Max subscription. So like I don't have to pay for stuff like that. You know, you know, I didn't get a chance to talk about it when it was announced, because like I had already a video put together. But like the slate that James Gunn is doing for DC, I'm actually pretty excited for. I mean, like, we're going to have an Authority movie apparently, you know. So like, you know, Midnighter and Apollo all day long. You know, that's the kind of stuff I've been wanting to see. The lineup actually looks like the way DC comics look like, you know, 8 or 9 years ago, you know, up until recently. So like, I'm really kind of pleased with the way things are going. But we gotta get over this Ezra Miller hump till we get to the real meat and potatoes to save the DCU from the stink of the Snyderverse. We get the Snyder bots, man. They're a fucking cult. They're a fucking cult. The way they talk about Zack Snyder, even to this day, it just absolutely boggles the mind. Oh man, I don't know. Anyway, we're heading right into Valentine's Day. In fact, when this premieres, it should be Valentine's Day, and I'm back into buying cape shit again. I stopped there for a while, but like I've been blowing through creating a little Blu-ray collection, and it's like I've, you know, bought most like I'd want to buy for now, and like I've really been, you know, wanting to just build up like a decent, you know, cape shit collection, you know, focus on, you know, some stuff for me. And like I have been buying, you know, I have been buying trade paperbacks and graphic novels and stuff. You know, I got The Last Zarnian by Lobo. Even though I have multiple copies of the actual floppies, I have not. I like reading trades just simply because I don't feel like I have to put on, latex gloves when I'm reading them. I can just, like knock them around and whatever. So I got that. And then like last week, Comic Mint was giving away the Death of Superman trade paperback. All you had to do was pay shipping. So this is the new edition, the anniversary edition or whatever. So like just for shipping, I got that. So I did do that. But one of the things I wanted to bring up tonight before I get into the real flex Suarez channel is I'm thinking about doing a round of Rude boxes. One of the boxes will be a giveaway, but the rest, will be whatever I charge. I don't know, but like what's going in them, I don't really know for sure. I know what the grand prize is going to be, and it was supposed to arrive today, but I'll just save that for another time. It got delayed, and so I'll save that for another time. But like I did go ahead and I'm hoping I'm opening this right. I think I am. Find out here in a minute. But I did already start buying a couple things that I'm going to throw into the boxes just to pepper them with some interesting things. And yeah, so if I can get into this without okay, I see what you did here. So that's how you're doing it, are you? So I got these, ahead of time, knowing full well that, I'd be wanting to start, finding, these aren't, anything major by any stretch, but like I did want to, at least, start thinking about ahead of, like some of the minor chase books that I put in there. And like, yeah, this is some of the minor stuff. I have some bigger stuff that I'm going to put in as well. But like what we have here, picked up from Midtown. So these are a couple things I'm going to throw on here. One of these is, a little bit more than minor. But the others are... So, I love how they put the certificate of authenticity in the front. Come on. So, what we have here... We have signed by Matthew Rosenberg, the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing #1. I forget who did the cover of this one. But yeah, that's a signed book that I'm going to be tossing in there. So I'm going to put this in the back like it's supposed to be. And then... I will take this into consideration the next time I order from Midtown. Also signed by Matthew Rosenberg is the foil Wildcats #1 that just recently was released. So that's going into one of the boxes, and I'm sure. And I forget what this is. This is, oh, I'll show that one last. I'll show that one last for the Yeah, I'll show that one last. So we have Frank Miller presents Ancient Enemies #1, signed by Dan Didio. And I have a little story about Dan Didio, which I'll do a video about. And then, yeah, this is the bigger book. It's signed on the inside cover, but this is signed by. This is Frank Miller's Pandora, and it's signed by Frank Miller. So we got Frank Miller signature and Emma Kubert. So that will be going in the box. So like this one's actually a good one to have. You know, Frank Miller signatures are not exactly the cheapest to get. So hold on a second. So I did buy myself a couple more things, but Mrs. Producer wanted to give me some presents for Valentine's Day. I'll do a thumbnail here in a second, but like what? See, I bought this for myself. This should be a dollar bin book, honestly. Specs drove this up. To crazy prices a little while ago. They've come back to be more reasonable. When this was released, I bought this opening. I bought this the day it launched on the shelf. You know, I went after school and bought this the same day. So, Toxic Avenger #1 it is the newsstand version. It's got some blemishes on there, but like, who gives a fuck, really? I got it for cheap. So that's that. And then this is one of my investment books. You know, put this in the spec box. But I already have like 2 copies of this already. But here's a third. I got Black Panther #3, first appearance of Tozin. So I did get that. And then, yeah, now we're getting into the Valentine's Day stuff. So, Mrs. Producer did pretty damn good. She did pretty damn good. Let's do the thumbnail. Let's do the thumbnail first. So, let's do it without the book. Okay, so first thing she got me was this is in pretty nice shape. I don't see any real blemishes or anything on there. This is Batman #6, first appearance of the Court of Owls. So she did pretty good on this, I think. So, you know, that's a pretty good book, right? But you know what else she got me? Now, this was $24 on the shelf. And she got me Batman #1 from the same run, Scott Snyder. But it's a newsstand. And these went for a pretty penny during the pandemic. It's got a couple little blemishes on it. But even then, this is actually pretty scarce. So, yeah, she got a really good deal on that. She did a fantastic job on that. But then she really went out of her way and got me this. She got me this. This is, you know, big boy book here. San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2. This is the first full appearance of Hellboy. Now, I'll just put it to you like this. That's great. This is a, you know, nice little book to have. You know, I'll just put it to you like this. I'm more of a Mike Mignola fan than I am a Hellboy fan. I really love his artwork. Hellboy is one of these characters, when he came out, I didn't appreciate when he came out at the time. But like, he's one of these characters where most of the stories he's in don't really work for me, but the stories that work are second to none. I mean, like there's some stories of Hellboy stories out there that are better than you can find, in most other books. So like he's one of those characters. Is not a character that hits on all cylinders for me. But like I'm really excited to have it. I mean, like now I have Hellboy. Now I need the Crow and Flaming Carrot and Cerebus and what else would I need? Stuff like that. I already have the Tick or whatever. But like, it's a really nice book to have. And it's just got like a couple little blemishes on it, but like it's in really good shape. So she did pretty good on that. So I didn't really care for the Hellboy movies too much. I liked the reboot. I really liked the reboot. Everybody hated it, because it wasn't Ron Perlman. But what's his name? The dude who plays Hellboy in the remake, whatever his name is, he brought a vulnerability to the character that I really like. So yeah, it's one of those things. But it's like I want to get some of these big Grendel. That's another one I want to get. So, but yeah, Mrs. Producer. You did great. So, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Oh, well, that's great. That's absolutely great. So, that is tonight's episode. Why don't you guys all rush out, buy yourself a Valentine's present. One of the sexiest books you can find on Amazon, Bad Things by yours truly. Link is in the description. And, yeah, that's it. So, I'll see you guys next week. I have a bunch of stuff piling up here in the garage that I've been saving for the channel, and they're starting to pile up, believe it or not. There for a while, like, stuff I had for this show was, like, getting pretty fucking scarce, but now they're piling up, so I need to do something about that. Anyway, see you next time.